Eve. Where's Gerald? Gerald? That's Gerald talk for Happy Monday. Mystery Card Monday for March 29th. I am Tamara. Tamara's Paper Trail. Give me a hidey ho. Let me know who I'm playing with tonight. I'm excited. It doesn't feel like a Monday. I've lost all track of the days. The kids have been off. Craig has been off. Everybody had Friday off. And then so Friday felt like a Saturday. Saturday felt like a Sunday. Sunday I didn't know what was happening. And today is Monday. And yeah, I don't know. Everybody's off. The kids are off for, well, Craig's working, but the kids are off for spring break. So yeah, it's all kinds of mixed up. Hello, Karina. Hi, Joanne. Nice to see you. Heidi ho, Hope. Thanks for popping in. How are you feeling, Hope? Are you all better now? Hi, Jen. Virginia. Oh, I'm so glad to see you. Hi, Donna. Donna, look. Who am I competing with tonight? Is curling still on? I don't know what's going on. Donna, I don't know. Hello, Tracy. British So. Oh, hello, lovely. Hello. I watched about 15 episodes of Coronation Street in the last couple of days. I haven't, hi, Melissa. Hi, Mary. I haven't been sleeping, so I've been watching my Coronation Street. Yeah. What else? What else can I tell you? I don't know. Oh! The voice. Really? You can't. Have you heard of a PVR, Donna? Come on. My new catalog came. That's exciting. New floors today. Excellent. Well, that's good news, Hope. Hi, Sharon. MJ. I was going to say you made it. You're not half an hour late. You are bang on time. I'm going to say, oh, hi, Marcella's here from PEI. Yes, you're in PEI, right, Marcella? I think. I know you're down east. Anyway, oh, we've missed you, Virginia. That's okay. I'm just happy you're here. I would love if Debbie was able to pop in. Debbie Short, are you in the house tonight? Debbie too, Virginia. She just lost her mom last week, and so she's going through a lot of what you're going through. So my sympathy, to Debbie and Phil and all of their family in Regina. Yeah, so I hope Debbie's in watching. All right, Marcella, I got it right. Hi, Paulette. Yeah, so but it's just nice to have you back, Virginia, and I hope things get wrapped up soon and you're back to crafting with us. So 7:02. Let's see. Let me switch my view to my hands. I'm excited that it's Monday. I really enjoy our time together on Mondays. I really do. All right. Hey, Edna. How are you? All right. This is the new catalog. Ooh. I can't show you the inside, and I'm kind of angry that it's dented on the outside. It came in a very small envelope, and a stamp set was on top of it, and it got mangled. But that's okay. That's okay. Actually, my catalogs get pretty beat up. Actually, I need to undo it and coil it. I like mine to be coiled, but pretty edging. So, yeah. We could just sit here and stare at the cover, but that would be boring, so we won't. All right, I'll put that away. Fine, I'll look at that later, and I'll mark it all up. Here are our pieces for tonight. Tonight was a little different for me. Let me find who I got my inspiration from tonight. Hang on. Let me see if I can find the card. I got the layout inspiration. I wonder where I put that on my desk. Here, no. Oh, Lord. I got to give credit where credit is due. Where did I find this? Hang on. Here it is. I found it. Okay, so I cased it from fellow demonstrator Patsy Wagner at stampstodiefor.com. It's an old card. I have a Pinterest file for Mystery Card Monday layouts that are somewhat simple and can be mass produced. So this one came from Patsy Wagner, and I totally changed up the papers and made it my own, but that's where my inspiration came from. So, does everybody have some papers cut? I reached into my bucket, and I am thrilled with how much, I've said this before, but I'm thrilled with how much designer paper I've gone through in the last year. Crazy amounts. I have, here, let me show you this. Not that you can see it very easily with the, that goes, don't break a nail, darn it. Okay, so I've got 2 buckets. These are all the cards that I've just finished putting together. this weekend. Like, these are all for my Mystery Card Mondays. I finished off those 36 cards that I was working on from last week. Where are they all? Yeah, I finished those all off. I did all 36 of them. Right, I finished them all. And so I have 2 buckets of cards that I have to get upstairs. And tonight I'm making a whole bunch more. You can never have too many cards, I say. Because when you get to the point of having as many as I do, I package them up and I give them away as gifts. So we're all good. All right. I'm just checking out still. Yeah, I've got my Ethernet hooked up. Okay. So we are going to start off. Pardon me. Let me disassemble my notes here. All right. So we're going to make 3 cards with this layout. And we're going to use a 6x6 strip of paper is going to give us 3 cards. Oh, Lord. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer. I didn't cut this one sheet. I thought, okay, I'll cut it with you. So I dug out one of the papers, the designer packs that I don't love. And that is the Flower for Every Season pack. I'm not really into flowers that much, and I'm certainly not into those kind of colors together. That's just, it looks nice in small amounts. It's just not something that I'm drawn to. I like the softer side, but this layout does work with this because we're only using a little chunk of it. So this is the one I grabbed. I thought I'm going to force myself to use it and challenge myself to use it, not force. It's not torture. It really isn't. This is my job and I love it. But anyway, so this is the paper I grabbed, and I was gravitating towards my bumblebee papers. So these are bumblebee roses, and these are bumblebee and just jade something or others. And here's some bumblebee. Hi, Rachel. Oh, and there's Kim. Kim, remind me to shout out to your mother-in-law. And these are the sunflowers. So what takes me the longest time to figure out is what I'm going to embellish with and what embossing folders and what stamp sets go with it. Obviously, the sunflower set goes nicely with this one. This one, I found this set could go nicely. The Tasteful Touches, this little brush type thing, or bush, or whatever that is. This one would go nicely too, the Forever Fern. We could jazz that up a bit. And so there's a few, there are a few different stamp sets that you can jazz up to come up with this kind of sprig idea. There's a couple more, like this one. You could use these from Grace's Garden. Anyway, so there's a few options. So these are the papers that I grabbed. So I'm starting off with this rose one. It's my favorite. And so I'm going to cut it. Oh, whoops. I'm going to rip that. I'm going to trim off 3/4 of an inch off the bottom. So it starts off at 6 inches. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 long. So I turn my paper if it's directional. And then you just cut this into 3 2-inch pieces. So, hi Elizabeth. Thank you for popping in. It's lunchtime for Elizabeth. She's in Australia. Hi, Carolyn. Nice to see you too. Okay. You just bought this, eh, Kim? Yeah, it's not my kind of go-to kind of paper. But anyway. All right, so for this first card, so now I have 4 pieces, but I've prepped for 3. So I'm taking my card base and I'm folding it in half. And in this case, I went with a white base. I actually made 4 different cards using this layout, using different paper. I've lost my bone folder. Again, I like to just test drive it, make sure it's versatile. So, it takes me a few hours to get that done. Now, I then brought in a layer that is 5 1/4 by 4. So here's the one piece, the 6x6 paper that I just tore. Cut it into 3 2 by 5 1/4 inch strips. And the card base. And so this is the cardstock layer that's 5 1/4 by 4. So cut 3 of those. And I ran them through embossing folders. So if you didn't do that, this would be an opportunity to do it. On my original card, I ran it through the subtle embossing folder. I almost cried when I looked at the retiring list and saw that this embossing, hi Coral, Leslie, saw that this embossing folder was leaving. I'm distraught, you guys. I own 2 of these. Mainly because I lent one to Donna and I forgot, and then I couldn't find one, so I forgot that Donna had it and I bought another one. But anyway, I have 2, and I love it. So I had run my original piece through that. For this next one, though, I ran it through the Schmear folder, which to normal people, that is the Painted Texture 3D folder. I got the name right, but only because I looked it up 10 minutes ago. So I ran it through this Schmear one. I'm going to darken this. No, I'm going to brighten this. What am I going to do? This is a little bright. Okay. Hi, Sheila. I cut what, 5.5? What did I cut 5.5, Donna? Did I do something wrong already? Did I? What? This? 5.25. What are you talking about? 5.5. Oh, 8.5 by. I'm confused. The DSP. No, I didn't. Did I? It's 5.25. I took off 3/4 of an inch. It fits, I think. You usually catch me out. You're usually right, but I don't think so this time. Okay. So this time I ran it through the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. And then I have my 2-inch strip. So I'm going to attach the strip to the paper. Maybe I said 5.5, but I cut it at 5.25. Okay. Uh-oh, I got all kinds of dinging. Sorry for that. I can't turn off the volume of my dings because then you won't hear me. All right, so that's what we have so far. Actually, that's over a little bit far to the right. And move that a bit. If I can, without tearing everything apart. I need my dental floss. There we go. And twist it. It's a little. I want it over to the left a little bit more. There we go. All right, so move that over just a hair. Okay. Now I am going to bring in some ribbon. And of course the ribbon I used, I don't have another piece of, so now I have to look for more ribbon. Huh. You know, is there any better feeling than using up a roll of ribbon? Honestly. I was pretty darn excited that I used up that roll. And now I'm sad that I used up that roll because I don't have another piece for this card. Oh, here's some that's similar. Okay. So this is just a white, I don't know, it was in one of our, oh, that's really heavy. Nope, don't like that one. I don't know what I was going to say. I'll use this one. I'll use this one. Yes, I've used up a lot of ribbon in the last week. So Tamara's top tip, if you're going to be tying a bow with your ribbon, generally you want 4 lengths of your card front. So, staticky 1, 2, 3, 4. Cut. That generally works if you have a ribbon like this that's thin and or pliable. If it's thicker or harder to tie, you're going to need more. Okay, so this is really staticky. So I just sprayed my fingers with some water, and I'm just going to drag my ribbon through it to take away that static. Static drives me crazy. All right, so now I'm going to tie that onto my layer. I said 5.5, eh? Okay, Tracy, thank you. I meant 5.25. Okay, so I'm going to tie. This ribbon is thin enough that you can tie a knot in it before you tie the bow. Some of the ribbons, I don't like to tie the knot first because it makes it really bulky and clunky, and I don't like that. But this one is good. My nails, however, are a little bit too long and are going to cause me grief. Kim, Bright, while I'm trying to fight with this bow, why don't you give us all your information? Kim's mother-in-law is turning 90, and she was wondering if anybody had an extra card that they would like to send her way. So Kim, if you want to put your information in the comments, I'm sure a number of us would be happy to send her a card. Give us her name and or if it's her address or your address. Okay, now my fingernails are all sticky. And send a card to her mother-in-law for her birthday. Okay, so there's my ribbon. Now I'm going to attach this to the card base flat. I'm not going to use dimensionals. Well, there's so much of it too, Shelley, right? Shelley says that she hasn't used this paper enough. And I haven't used really any of the Christmas patterns. I've used some of the flowers. But I really didn't get into the Christmas ones. And that's okay. You know, if I use half a pack of the paper before the year is up, I'm pretty proud of myself. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my shape. I picked this one, which is from the hippo dies, Happy Hippo dies, or Hippo Happiness dies, or whatever they're called. Don't wrap. Sheila says, I don't wrap and tie. I adhere a flat piece net, a free tied bow adhered. Yes, that's a good cheater, Sheila. I have so much ribbon that I'm okay to waste it, to use it all the way around a card. But what Sheila is saying, what she does, is she would do something like this. So she would attach the ribbon like this and cut it there, and you could tape that with tear and tape just to attach it there. And then she'll make a bow. Pretend that's a bow, and attach it with a glue dot. Pretend that's a nice bow, and then she'll just attach that with a glue dot, making it look like a ribbon, that it's tied all the way around, but it's a faux ribbon. The other thing you can do is you could just take a chunk and you could just what I just did, and then do a crisscross just for a knot. It doesn't even have to be a bow, so it could just be like that, and it's a faux knot. It saves on ribbon. If you participate in my ribbon shares, you get 2 yards of ribbon. I have 19 rolls of ribbon, and it's a little bit insane how much ribbon I have. So I'm okay to use a full amount. So anyway, there's our ribbon tie. Okay, back to my story. All right, so for this card, I brought in a stamp set from okay, lots of this stuff is retiring. So this paper is retiring. This stamp set is a gorgeous stamp set. It makes quick and easy cards, like ridiculously quick and easy. And I think it was overlooked. I used it a lot when the catalog first came out. It's gorgeous. Look, there's even hydrangeas. So this works with the hydrangea set. But these 2 images are lovely, and the leaves are fabulous. So I grabbed the rose. I'm going to take the fluff off it that is on it. And I'm bringing in my bumblebee. It's photopolymer, so I'm going to also bring in my mat here, a little foamy. Okay. Hi, Nancy. What, Sheila? What? OMG. What? OMG. You can't do that to me. Because there's like a 1-minute delay. I don't know what I said, what you're all excited about. Okay, anyway. So this from the Hippo Happiness, now, I think those are carrying over. Pretty sure they are. I don't think I've inked up the stamp set yet, but it's worth it for the dies alone. You don't have to buy the stamp set. You can buy just the dies. Buy the dies. Your hummingbirds. Nancy. That's okay. We haven't done very much yet, Nancy. This is how far I've gotten. Run your layer through an embossing folder if you need to, and attach your 2-inch strip to the front and some ribbon if you're so inclined. All right, sorry, ink this out. Oh, the ribbon rolls. Okay. All right, so I'm going to stamp here. Isn't that pretty? Like, look, that's just, it's so easy. Look at that. And then I'm going to stamp one over here. Then I'm going to bring in the leaves. I'm going to get ink all over my finger as we do it. And I'm bringing in my Pear Pizzazz. I love this green. I love it. And I'm going to put some leaves here. And that's actually enough. But you know me. A little bit more. I never know when to stop. All right, then I'm going to bring in, well, maybe I'll attach this. Okay, I'm going to attach this to my card with dimensionals. So I'm going to pop a dimensional. Might be voted off the island. You might be. Donna's trying to find recruits for her island. There's wine, I understand, and curling, and the voice. That's all I know about this island. And I may or may not be invited. Okay, I'm going to move my ribbon down just a titch here. It's a little high. Okay, so I'm going to put my image there. All right, then I brought in this little teeny tiny guy that I cut. I spent about half an hour cutting out a whole bunch of them. And he is from, because it's a boy, from the Today's Tiles, which is, I want to say it's also retiring. Yes, it is, because it has a red dot on it. It's retiring. And this was a nice size. So I cut out a whole bunch of those. And then I grabbed the word thanks from, I wonder what stamp set I use that from. Oh, this one. The Beauty Abounds. Another stamp set that is retiring. Just a tiny little thanks. I don't have enough thank you cards. I now have a ton of sympathy, a ton of lots of every other kind. Birthdays, but I don't have very many thank yous. So here it is. All right, I don't need my foam because this is a red rubber. I do need to stamp it at an angle though, because it has not been cut very well at all. It's deceiving. It doesn't stamp straight. It's been cut crooked. So, and it's super low. Okay, maybe I can live with that. I don't know. Then I'm going to pop that up using some tiny dimensionals. Yes. Shelly, hi. And I'm going to pop this over here. Obviously my thanks was dirty from another color because, wow, that is not the green it's supposed to be. I need my wipes. Now hold on, you know we're not done yet, because if you know me, and you do. Says Gerald, we need some bling. These are the Artistry Bloom adhesive back sequins. These are carrying over. I'm excited about that. Because I might have, I'm not kidding when I have, say, 8 packs of them sitting behind me. Yes, indeed. When I like something, you wonder why my sales are good? This is why. I'm my own best customer. All right, so I'm going to use 3 of these, a big one, a small one, and another big one over here. And that, my friends, is our cards. How simple is that? This is the one I made this afternoon. This is today's with the muddy green. Pretty, right? So I'm going to make up a couple extras of these because I cut enough to make the extras up. I love when I can find a stamp set that coordinates nicely with the paper. So I'm going to tuck these ones away, and I'm going to bring in some other ones that I cut earlier. If you think I'm kidding, like, you know, I got stuff. I'm prepared, man. I'm prepared. So here's another one. Using some other products that are retiring. So I'm going to bring in my card base. Sorry, Shelly, you do. You absolutely do need those hippo dies. They are so versatile. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Actually, you know what? I'm going to make both of mine at the same time. Somebody turned on the heat, and I might be melting. Rebecca, if you were a good child, you would go get me a big glass of ice water in my cup. I know. I'm excited. All right. I already ran these through the embossing folder. So here's another one that's retiring. Tracy, did you cry when you saw this one? I am shocked. I am shocked that this beautiful embossing folder is going away. And I'm not really a C kind of girl, but this is one of the prettiest embossing folders that I've ever seen, because when it's embossed, it's just beautiful. Okay, so these are my next two that I'm my 2 papers that I'm putting down. Now this is from the whale of a good time, a whale, I don't know, something about a whale. Something with whale. What's the whale paper? I don't know. And it was hard to cut because the other side is like a picture. So it was hard. So I'm just mass producing at this point. So I'm going to do these two at the same time. And for these ones, I am using the ribbon. I have a lot of options for my bumblebee ribbon. Look at all the options we've got. So we have this one. Is this one still current? I think so. I think I just bought it. And then we also have, this one might be retired. I don't know, but look at, I've got 3 different options for my bumblebee ribbon. Right? I know, Tracy. I feel you, sister. Okay, that sounds wrong. I get it. I get it. Okay, this one I'm going to do a bow, so I'm going to wrap it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, somebody's getting me water. Is that my daughter? Is that you, Rebecca? Are you here? Oh, she's doing it, you guys. Oh, what a good kid. Yay. I hear ice. It's coming. I got good kids. My good girls. Okay, so this one I'm not going to tie a knot because it's going to make it too clunky. So I'm just going to put my finger there. Tie my bow with my really long talons. Pull it tight. Now, my card is kind of buckling, but that's okay. You want it to buckle because then you can go like this until it loosens enough that it's going to not buckle. Squeeze it. Move your ribbon to the side of it. Thank you! I just told the people you were a good kid. I'm like, oh, somebody's getting ice. Thank you, darling. You can live here another day. I love having slaves. All right. Oh, you heard that, didn't you? All right, so there is my ribbon. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. 2, 3, 4. Well, you do live rent-free, so, I mean, I know you're only 17, but, you know, I gave you life. Yeah. They don't really like when I mention that, like, daily. Hold it over them like they had a choice. I gave you life. Right, Sheila? There's so many good ones. You know, the retiring list always boggles my mind. There's always some sets that I can't believe stayed, and then there's other ones that I can't believe left. Like the Kangaroos. Okay, cutest little set. You can use that for babies. Okay, so see how this is buckling? Now we just pull. I know, squirrel. And then it lies flat. So, cute little baby cards you can make with that Kangaroo set. No, it's retiring, but the Daisy Lane is staying. And the tulips are staying. And I'm really angry and slightly bitter about it. But I hide it well, right? I don't know. They don't consult Tamara on these things. They should. All right, so here's these. I'm going to actually put the adhesive on the card base because when I'm still using some fast fuses, this is my last roll of fast fuse, although I think I said that last week. And I found another one. If you put the fast fuse on here, it often tears the paper. So, oval. I know, Sheila! The oval dies and the stitch shapes. Have you put that in the sandbox? You like Daisy Lane? Well, I don't know, Donna, but for it to be around for 3 years, I mean, it was fun when it first came out, but again, I don't love daisies. I'd rather see a kangaroo than a daisy any day of the week. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, they go on sales, I guess, but... So, Donna, does that mean if you win the Kangaroos for the prize for the team gig on April 9th that you don't want it? To be honest, I didn't buy the Kangaroos for me originally either. But I do have them now because I've seen so many cute baby cards with it, and I like to have options for baby cards. So I do have it. Have I used it yet? Heck no. So who knows? Maybe it will be in my garage sale. You never know. Should I have a BOGO in April? No, not in April. In April? Yeah, maybe in April. Or in June. We'll see. All right, so there we have that. Now, for these, I'm bringing in stitched ovals. And then I'm going to bring in, this is from the whale set, whatever it's called. Here we go. Whale done. There we go. I need more water. No more circle punches. I know. I'm a little bitter about that. Okay, Donna. That's doable. If you win, you get to pick. All right. So here's my whale done. I am bringing in, for this one, I'm going to bring in my bumblebee. and my Granny Apple Green. And I need to bring back in my foam pad because photopolymer. All right, so I'm going to start with my green weeds, or seaweed, whatever this is called. Stamp once. I hope this is clean. I probably should have cleaned it before because I was using it with blue as well. Same thing over here. I'm going to stamp it once, stamp it twice. Right. Then I'm going to bring in my bumblebee. Make sure my little fish are clean. Clean off my little fish. I ran out of blocks because I've got my blocks are all, they all have various stamp sets on them for a variety of reasons. All right, so then I brought in these little fish. They're going to be swimming through the seaweed. And then I'm bringing in, there's some bubbles somewhere. Where's my bubbles? There they are. And I'm doing those in the bumblebee as well. Can't really see through my seahorse here. I tried to keep these cards monochromatic, and then I couldn't do it. It was just, it needed a little bit of color, so I'm bringing in little bits of color with the green and the bumblebee. All right, so here I am again with my little tag that says thanks. I'm going to clean that off. It needs to be in bumblebee this time. And I'll see if I can get it straight. My bumblebee needs more ink. I'm not a fan of inking. Usually makes it very ombre afterwards. So it's up high and crooked. Not bad. Up high and crooked. Okay. Now, for these guys, I'm putting dimensionals. I don't know my big dimensionals. What there? Put one high and one low. You try to get it so it's the dimensionals aren't going to sit. I'll put one in the middle. On the ribbon. Okay. So put him here. Isn't that pretty? Look how that's coming together. Look at it. It's pretty, pretty. Who's blowing the bubbles? I think the fish are farting. That's where those bubbles are coming from. Yeah. Just a guess. And of course, these cards you could embellish with all kinds of different pieces. With my, where did it go? What I usually use with this whale set is in the Sailing Home, which is carrying over. Yay. There is the seaweed die. And I've lost the package of seaweed that was in this. Where did it go? Okay, somewhere on my desk. There it is. Oh, it's in here. I have some that are punched out. So you could, you know, if you've got the time and the inclination, you could add a lot of different embellishments on these kind of cards. But I want them to be quick and easy so that I can make 5, 6, 7 of them in an hour. So here's my thanks. It's going to go over here. Another thanks over here. Must have eaten lots of beans, indeed. Speaking of beans, Tracy, my friend, I might have a bit of a bone to pick with you. Yes, I have eaten your entire container of guacamole, and yes, there were black beans inside guacamole. I loved it. My family didn't. Just saying. It was very good. Thank you for that. All right, now I'm coming back in with my Artistry Bloom sequins. They work very well too with this bumblebee. So that's what I love is on this card, they work. On this card, they work. So I'll do one there, one there, one there. You know I like my 3s. Right, when we design, the eye likes odd numbers. Ta-da! quick are those? And it's only 7:35. I'm still going. I'm still going strong. We got more. We got more, people. So that's 2. Next one, I decided to use terracotta tile base on this one. And it's actually the same card layout. Well, they're all the same card layout, Tamara. That's rather the point of the evening. This is the same as the one we just did, just using different colors. So, but this one I'm using retiring. Look at me go with the retiring. Retiring terracotta tile. Retiring seabed embossing folder. Retiring whale done designer paper. So now this one was the hard one to cut, because on the other side there's this little picture all the way across, so it's easy to make a card that way. Hey, Carolyn. Yes, thank you, Tracy. That would be appreciated. That's true, Shelley. It was a bonus. I love dips. I love dips and sauces. Gravy, fries, anything with a dip. And so Tracy was meant to come into my life because she is the queen of dips, our dip queen, as we call her. She makes the most amazing dips. And yeah, she brought me some guacamole. And the family doesn't like guacamole for the most part anyway. And this one was fancier. It had cheese in it and black beans. And yeah, so they shied away from it. I did not. I ate the whole darn thing. Sure did. All right, here's another ribbon. Now, this was kind of funny because I was excited to get rid of 2.5 rolls of it that I had, just to find out it's carrying over. So here I thought, great, I got rid of something. Now I'm like, oh, I have to buy more because I'm going to have it. It's current for another year. There's Lucy. Hello, Lucy. Thanks for popping in. I love when people pop in and say hello. Now, let's see. I think this one I just did a knot. So this could be enough paper or enough ribbon. Yes. So this is the artistry. What is this one? It goes with the artistry stuff. Fine art ribbon. So it's in the catalog right now. And yes, it's carrying over. Tie a knot. Tight. Like so. Same thing over here. You only need about 2.5, 3 lengths if you're just tying a knot. So you don't need quite as much. Oh, that might have been too short, Tamara. We'll see. Oh, a little tight. We can do it. Okay. Yeah. Great. These little stubby little one. Aw, thanks, Lucy. I love sharing them and having people to talk to other than the dog. Oops. I was having such a good hair day this morning. I was pretty excited about it. And then I walked the dog. Have y'all been outside today? This is what happened. This is what happened. It was good. It was perky. And then I walked the dog. We walked briskly. And I walked backwards to get home. It was so cold on my face this morning. Holy cow. And Coda doesn't like the wind. Especially now that he's blind. You know, he doesn't... Things are blowing around and he can't... You know, he can't see what's coming at him, and his tail is touching his back, and yeah. So we agreed we would be quick, and he was. So I was grateful for that. I saw 2 other good dog walkers. I said, yeah, you know who the fair weather dog walkers are when somebody's out in this kind of nasty weather. I think it was -18 with the wind chill today. But yeah, I saw 2 other dog walkers. We just nodded and kept on going. It's like, yep, morning, keep on going. Tailwind, yeah, it was good walking with it on my back, but when we had to walk into the wind, it was nasty. All right, so there's where we're at so far. Pretty. Now, again, I've got these little fellas coming in, and I'm bringing in my seaweed. Gonna give it a good clean here. So I don't want it green. This time I'm bringing in the terracotta tile. and, oddly enough, crumb cake. So this one, I spent a bit of time just playing today, and I wanted something that was going to play off this ribbon, which is kind of sandy crumb cake with gold flecks in it. So crumb cake actually works, I think. Let me know what you think. Let's go stamp it here. All right, so we're doing the double 1, 2 for our seaweed in the terracotta tile. Retiring. Get it while you can. Okay, 2 seaweeds. And then this guy, I didn't even do the fish on this one. Where are the bubbles? Bubbles are over here. No fish on this one. I just came in with the brown bubbles. Okay, I need to get rid of this silly seahorse. He's getting on my nerves. So you just want to bring in some of the color to tie it together, right? So you just, that little bit of crumb cake is all you really need. And then I tie the color in as well in the sentiment. I'll stamp in that same crumb cake. So, thanks. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, please do try it and post it. Love that. International sharing. And you bet, if you win the draw, I will send you something, Elizabeth. I mean, don't get too excited. It's nothing that awesome, but who doesn't like getting Happy Mail instead of a bill, right? I can't remember if you answered, Elizabeth. How did you find us? Are you friends with Chris Stones from Australia? That's what we call her. Chris Stones from Australia. That's her full name. Chris Stones from Australia. Because I'm always curious how somebody from Australia finds little old me in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, crafting from her basement. How you find me. I can't find me half the time. But I love that Hope and Rachel and you and my international friends pop in, along with the Canadians from across the country. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. 7:42. Gosh, you guys. Like, I am going to get these all made tonight. Crazy. Now, really, what takes the longer time, aside from the cutting, once I turn off the cameras, of course, then I have to stamp, you know, I'll need to put a layer on the inside and stamp it and stamp the envelopes. And it still takes about an hour to finish the cards, the way I do it. Let's put the tool. So again, I'm going to pop these up in dimensionals. Sheila says, Tracy, when I was young, a million years ago, we always had roast beef for Sunday dinner. If Mom was able to make extra gravy from the roast, we got to spread some on a thick piece of bread. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How about bone marrow, Sheila? That was a treat in our house. If you got the bone marrow, do they even have bone marrow and bones these days? Anyway, that on some fresh bread. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Marion, I'm sorry I missed you yesterday. Oh, Elizabeth says, no, looking through the various Stampin' Up! International demos. Well, you just, how did you do that? How did you, just looking through the international demos, huh? Cool. Like what? Through the leaderboard, or tell me more, Elizabeth. I need more information. Thank you, Shelley. You guys are so good for my self-esteem, honestly. Okay, now for this one, again, I'm trying to use more embellishments, and I don't, Tracy, are these ones carrying over the elegant faceted gems? I want to say yes. Or are these ones that did carry over last year? I think these ones are carrying over as well, but I could be wrong on that one. I haven't actually read or looked at the catalog that closely. It's not a perfect match on this one, but I kind of like it. They're a coral kind of color, so I like those. Oh, hello, Denise. Oh, you just Google demos. Oh, how fun, Elizabeth. Well, and that just boggles my mind then that my name would come up. I love it. I love it. But my girls keep telling me, well, that I'm not, you know, I'm not a little girl anymore. That, yes, I will be found in some of these search engines, I guess. It still boggles my mind. I don't know. Boggles my mind. Okay, so here's the red version, or the terracotta tile version. I like it on the solid card base. So here's, you know me, I'm usually a white card base kind of gal, but this works too, right? I just have to put a layer down. So same card. This one just doesn't have fish. Now another version that I don't love as much. I don't know. It's too pink, and I'm not sure if I even really want to make it. But I do still have 15 minutes, so I guess I could. Should we do it? All right. This one is in Peacock. I guess I cut the paper, so I might as well do it, right? I guess I just don't. I don't know. It's too pink for my liking. Oh, Tracy, I'm not a big girl. I'm not. I don't know. In my mind, I'm not. I'm just Tamara. From Tamara's Paper Trail. My little stamping empire. Okay. So, this is yet another pattern from, maybe that would have looked better. Again, I'm using the Retiring Seabed embossing folder. Use it while you can, people. It's one I will not part with. I won't. Can't make me. I am seriously considering selling off most of my other embossing folders, though. I've got 2 buckets full of them, and I'm getting to the point where I really can't justify having them because I use what's current, and I haven't had. I'll keep some. Like there's some that are like polka dots and certain patterns that I like. Oh, before I do this, I better tie the ribbon around it. So this is why I don't love it, is my ribbon choice. Maybe it's not too late to change my ribbon choice, but I really don't feel like thinking anymore. So let's just go with what I had. I could do that. No, just stick with it, Tamara. Stick with what you know. Now, where did that ribbon go? It is lost. You know what? The terracotta. No, this one would look really good. I'll just put these all back. Okay. Maybe I'll let the people decide. Should I go with terracotta ribbon? Maybe, because it's less pink. Or this one. Now this one is the metallic ribbon, and it's kind of Rococo Rose on the other side. And so this is what I have. And the color's pretty true. Yeah, I know, Denise, right? Okay, vote now. Which one should I go with? The terracotta or the metallic? I'll have a drink of water while you vote, because there's a 30-second delay. Shelley. Yes, too pink is a thing. I don't know. Which one do you like? The Blushing Bride. This one, eh? All right. Anybody else want to chime in? Donna, what say you? See? Denise usually sides with me. Terracotta. Sheila's with me on the terracotta. I could try it because I do have a sample using the Blushing Bride. So, oh, 2 blushings. Terra. Oh, the Terra takes it. Okay. I'll show you the sample, though, with this one. Okay, so I'm going to go with the terracotta. It's more of a pow for sure. And it better not suck because I'm making 2 of them like that. Can I vote twice? It's okay, Shelley. Sometimes you just got to be you, right? Like don't, and that's okay because oh, look, I'm almost done this roll. Oh, that excites me. Thank you, Hope. Yes, it's I was gonna do a post the other day, like. I'm saying, is there anything that makes you as happy as using up a roll of ribbon or a package of designer paper? But yesterday in the bathroom, I used up a lotion. Oh, I use a lotion like every 2 years. I'm not consistent. I don't use it very often. So perfume and lotion. When I actually go through one, I feel like the queen of the world because I could justify that $9 bottle of lotion that I bought because I actually used it. Is it just me? Like, am I just weird? I don't know. That's a darn good looking bow there, Tamara. Look at that. Nailed it. Oh, and it's retiring, Sheila. Yes, this was the 2-pack, right? With the old olive. I had scads of that too that I used. I think I used a lot of it on my Christmas team gig. So that's how I determine what we're making for my team event is whatever I have lots of. Like enough that I can make it for my 23 or 29 people who are registered. Okay. See, now this one too, I don't want to make a knot before I tie the bow because it'll just make it too clunky, and that's not okay. Okay. I'm not weird? Okay, thanks, Sheila. I guess, though, to be fair, if you said I was weird, then that would make you guys really weird for watching me, right? Like, it's, yeah. Gosh, I'm rambly tonight, hey? That's what happens when I've got, like, I'm just making the same thing times. How many have I made? A whole bunch. Okay. There we go. We're almost done. Okay, I already put the tape down on here. If this sucks, I'm going to have to mail it to you guys who said terracotta. But if it's awesome, then I'll take full credit, right? Okay. Right. Actually, really wanted to see this one of the more masculine ribbons too. The espresso or cinnamon, maybe. Yes. The espresso is hard to use. The faux suede is extremely hard to use because it's so stiff and so thick. That one's hard to use. Denise, you can stay in my life forever. All right, so this one then, I guess we're gonna have to go with the terracotta again. So let's clean off Mr. Stamp. Okay, and 1, 2. I really quite like this color. I'm sad to see a lot of the in colors leaving that are leaving. I love the peacock. The terracotta really grew on me. The rococo really grew on me. And Shelly, step up your game. Come on now. Yes, we are a little weird. Of course, the purple posy I love. The seaside spray is crazy. Love it. And what's the other one? Purple, that's it. Yeah. I quite like these 5 colors that are retiring, so I'm a little sad to see them go. Okay, I'm going to bring in my peacock to do the bubbles, I guess. Yeah, okay. No, hands off. She's mine, Denise. I mean, Donna. Don't you corrupt my Denise. I saw her first. Okay. So I don't know if these bubbles are going to work, but we're going to try them. We're going to go over here. 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 Do you feel special, Denise? We're fighting over you now. Okay. And 2 more labels. And these ones I'm going to do in the peacock. So we'll give him a little clean. I know, it usually takes a year, Shelly, for me. Yeah, the annual catalog, they do get ignored because the minis come out so quickly. We focus on those because they're seasonal, and I don't know. We're just excited for the newest toy, right? Hey, Denise. Yeah, the Seaside Spray is one of my favorites, like ever. I love it so much. Okay, so now let's go together. I could have put some fish on this one, I think. But oh well. Okay, and this one I will set. Where are my other scissors? Tracy, you're quiet tonight. What's going on? Are you busy creating? You're die cutting something, aren't you? Okay, let's pull it all together, and then it's like time to go, but I'll have like 7 cards done. That'd be great. Yes. Okay, we'll bring in the sentiment. Donna, are you coming to pick up your swag sometime this week? You're signed up for April 9th, but I have your bag here if you're out and about anytime. Black. Oh. Are you using the black and white flower paper? I'm curious now. Black. My fave. Okay, now this one. Let's go over here on this one. Let's get really crazy and put it on the left. Now, for this one, I'm going to bring in this other color from it's the same sequin pack. So there's 4 different colors in the sequins. There's, oh, where's my other? Okay, like you think I'm kidding? Look at how many I have, you guys. It doesn't even fit in the case. I could, like, okay, anyway. There's 4 different colors. So I'm going to use this one. I think I lie. I have a problem. Now I can't get them all back in the container. Oh, man. It's hard being me. Oh! Oh, no. There's an avalanche. All right, I'm going to try these colors here, because they're going to play off the terracotta ribbon a little bit better. I think. You just need that little something something to fill up some of this space, because there's a lot of space, but there's a lot of texture. And yeah, it's a good Mystery Card Monday layout. Farmer's Market. Ooh. Way to go, Sheila. Okay, there it is in the terracotta as requested by you, the people. And here's the Blushing Bride version. This one's too pink and washed out for my liking. I don't love it. I don't love it. It's meh. Wishy-washy. I like this one better. Okay, look at that. It's 7:57. Let's recap while I try not to spill all my sequins everywhere. Hang on. What do we got made here? Okay, we've got these 2 I made tonight. Okay, so these ones I made today. They don't count. I made these 2. That one I made earlier, it doesn't count. I made these 2. That one doesn't count. And I made just the one, I guess. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them in our hour together. Yes, I pre-cut. But that's what mass producing is all about. You cut, you crank, you cut, you crank, and then you get to sit here and talk for an hour and come up with all these beautiful cards. What do you think? Pretty, right? Same layout, different paper, different looks, all thank you cards. Now I'm good for thank yous for a while. I think this, what's your favorite? Which one is your favorite? I think I like this one the best. And then these 2 are tied. I don't know. I was also going to try this one with the bumblebee as a solid base, and like this, and then do a bumblebee ribbon. But I guess I forgot. Yes. I know. Well, you can move, Denise. There's a house for sale down the street. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, that'd be so fun. All right, ladies. I'm going to take pictures of these. The green one, eh, Trace? Okay. I'm going to take pictures of these, and I'm going to post them, and then you guys will, that one's Hope's favorite. Oh, thanks, Elizabeth. Tracy, this is her favorite. Terracotta, that one's favorite for Sheila. So everybody has a different, hi, Brenda. Thank you so much. Yeah, they're all really pretty. This is my least favorite. I'm not going to lie. And this one, too, like, I don't know, the colors, like these 2, they're kind of sad. They're not bright enough. I'm in a brighter mood. So these 2, yeah. Anyway, you will post a copy, or you'll post your pictures in the thread below mine. And at some point before, what's the next holiday? Before Canada Day, I'll do a draw. And you'll get a prize in the mail if you win it. So you've got a little bit of time. I usually say try to post them by Wednesday if you can. But whatever. Chances are I'm not going to do the draw for 6 weeks anyway. So you've got some time. Thank you, Hope. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I plan to be here tomorrow for Check It Out Tuesday. You know I don't like canceling. And a lot of times I'll get a message saying, is there a live tonight? 95% of the time there is. Mondays, really, unless there's some major thing going down, Mondays always happen. Tuesdays sometimes get canceled if life gets in the way. But the plan is to come in tomorrow. I want to try a fun fold card that I found online. I haven't made one yet, so we'll see how that works out. Next holiday is going, yeah, well, that's too soon, Sheila. No, I was saying before that I would do my draw before Easter. Well, I did those once, and Easter is pretty quick. So yeah, no, we're going to go with, I'll do the draws before Canada Day, which gives me until July. Anyway, yeah, I plan to pop in tomorrow, 7 o'clock. It's a fun fold one. So I have to trim this. Okay, that's too long. Oh my goodness, it's chaos. You'll want to pop in tomorrow at 7, and we'll do it all over again. All right, Gerald says, thanks for popping in. We'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.